Welcome to the Stephen Hartmann Podcast. What's the show? No one knows. Who am I? Who cares? Let's start the show.
Hell yeah. Let's start that show. I am your host, Stephen Hartmann. Happy Friday, guys. I know I'm a little late, but this will come out today, so technically, I'm not that late. Anyway, happy Friday, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good one. Go ahead and turn this off here. Maybe. All right. Sorry. Still trying to figure out how to do all this stuff on my own. All right. What's up, people? Happy Friday. Like I said, this is a little late, but I had a long day yesterday. I probably should have did the podcast the day before. I ended up putting a pool up yesterday. Said it was going to take like 45 minutes to an hour. That bitch turned into like a 6-hour job. But I'm not that fucking smart, so it's no wonder it took a while. Thanks to my buddy David for helping me out, because there would have been no fucking way I would have got that done by myself. But it's up. It's going to take like a day and a half to fill, though. But, you know, be swimming in no time. Definitely looking forward to it. I'm pretty sore today. I'll say that. I got a little sunburn too. Like my shoulders and stuff, they're pretty bad. I even like did a couple applications of sunscreen. My face ain't too bad though. I'm surprised. But yeah, I'm feeling it today, man. My back and legs and stuff. My hands are all like I really messed up my hands. Should wear gloves. I've learned that a couple of times now. If you don't wear gloves, man, that shit will fuck up your hands. Anyway, like I said, happy Friday, people. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'll be working this weekend, so it doesn't really matter to me. I'm hoping it cools down because it's been ridiculously hot again lately. Like we had a pretty nice little cool down there for a couple weeks, but it's back up to like hundreds. Just like, damn. Bring back the rain and cool days. I do not enjoy this heat. Okay, so sorry. I'm gonna review some movies that I've seen recently. Both of them were actually pretty good. One was in the theater, one was on Netflix. I'm gonna go ahead and kick me off so I can show you guys the posters. The first one we saw in the theater, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. I wasn't sure how this movie was going to be. The first one was really good, like, you know, so you're like, all right, if the second one is somewhat like the first one, it should be pretty good. And I have to say, it lived up to expectations, man. Like, it was a pretty damn good movie. Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson definitely have a pretty good chemistry together. And I just like Ryan Reynolds, dude. Like, that dude is funny as shit. So, the whole movie, of course, is Ryan Reynolds is this bodyguard. Of course, in the first one, he was the bodyguard for a hitman who is Samuel L. Jackson. And in the second one, he's basically Ryan Reynolds is trying to get his license back because I guess in the first one, I don't really remember all that much, but I guess he lost his AAA license. So he's trying to get that back. And well, at first he's trying to do that, and then like his therapist or whatever tells him he should just forget about it, go on vacation. And of course, like the second he's on vacation, shit goes crazy. And that's when like the whole thing of the hitman's wife finds him and she needs his help and all this shit. And it turns out to be a pretty damn good movie. I would definitely recommend it. And it was super nice to be in the theaters again, man. Like it almost felt normal sitting there watching a TV on a big ass screen. What was funny as fuck though is we were the only people in there. Me and my wife, only two people in there. I'm like, how much money does it cost them to show us this movie? Like, would they show the movie to an empty room? That was my thought. I'm like, do they just play the movies no matter what? Or do they like, all right, the room's empty. There's no need to waste the electricity or whatever. I don't know. But it was pretty weird. It was I don't know if people just didn't realize the theaters were open yet or if we just went early so no one was there, but it was really nice. We got to like, talk to each other or whatever during the movie and not have to worry about other people. So that was nice. But I mean, like I said, the movie was awesome and it was just fun to go out and, watch a movie again. So I definitely recommend it. I don't know if it's still in theaters. This was like a couple weeks ago. So, but definitely recommend it. Good movie. You'll laugh your ass off. A lot of violence. Really good. The second one I watched was on Netflix. It just came out. And this is going to like, if you're my age, you probably know this shit. And it's Fear Street. It's from R.L. Stine. Like that dude was a big staple in my life. I read a lot of his books. Like I tell my wife all the time, I probably had a couple of hundred of R.L. Stine's books. Just every time we had a book fair or whatever, I would just go buy as many books as I could at the school and shit. And I just loved those books. And I gotta say, the movie impressed me. I wasn't really sure where they were going to go with it. Like, I wasn't sure if it was going to get a little corny, kind of like the Goosebumps movie was. But like, Goosebumps is kind of a little kiddie. And then like the Fear Street is when it gets a little more brutal and, they actually are murdering people and shit. So I was impressed. It seemed a little, I don't know. I can't think of like what the word is. I guess damn. I don't know. Like it had a lot of feels of other movies, of course, and you wonder like, damn, did other movies like get their ideas from R.L. Stine books? I don't know. Like it was a very good movie. I was impressed. Like I said, it's about this there's a couple of towns. It's like Shadyville and Sunnyside, I think. And of course, like Shadyville is where all the poor and, misfortunate people are. Sunnyville is where all the rich and preppy motherfuckers live and all this shit. And there's just like crazy murders and stuff always going on in Shadyville. It's like it's cursed and all this. And uh like the premise on this one is just like it seems like just random people are just killing people all the time in these towns. Like the people are normal, and then all of a sudden they just like murder 11 people for like apparently no reason. And I guess what it is there's like a witch or something like that that's, cursing the town, and they figure it out. And I'm not gonna like give away the whole thing, but it it was definitely like when it got closer to the end, I was like, oh shit, I kind of remember this story now. And like I knew what was gonna happen because I was all like, oh yeah, this isn't gonna work out. So yeah, I mean, if you guys grew up, like I said, if you're my age and you read the R.L. Stine books, check this out. I mean, even if not, dude, it's a really good horror movie. You may just feel like, well, what the hell? This is kind of like, oh, close to other movies, but you got to think like these stories were made before a lot of these horror movies were even made. So, and it's like a trilogy. I guess the next one is 1974, I think. And the other one I think is even farther back. It's like 1774. I can't even remember. But definitely looking forward to them. Like I said, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I was really entertained by that. So check it out. Definitely recommend it. Sorry, I'm just checking on the time because I got to wake up the wife for work here soon. So I may have to walk away. Hopefully, I'm about done or playing something so you guys don't even notice I leave. All right. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go into the news now. So I'm going to kick my shit off again. There was a few stories today. Oh, no. You know what? It's life story time, dude. I'm going to skip the news for now. And today I want to talk about the first concert I ever went to. At least the first concert that I chose to go to. Cause like my uncle took me to some bullshit. Like I think it was like Iron Butterfly one time. And then I think we went to Elton John one time. And like as a kid, I could give a shit about either one of those. I don't really care about either one of those now. So, but anyway, it was 1996. I was 13. And we went to Lollapalooza, man. I couldn't find the actual one for the one in Arizona, but this is pretty close to the lineup here. It was a badass concert, like especially for my first one that I've ever went to. Uh, it was pretty crazy, man. It was an all day event. It was at this place out in Chandler, I believe. It reminded me of like Woodstock type shit because it was just this giant grass field basically with like 3 stages on it. And they had all kinds of badass bands. I really can't remember all the ones before the main stage. I just remember the main stuff because, you know, I was pretty young and I probably didn't even really care about all those other stages. I was just focusing on the shit that was on the main stage. But anyway, the lineup was crazy. So we get to the last 4, or yeah, I think it was the last, I guess that would be one. Yeah. All right. So the last 5 bands are playing. It's just all the main stage. I can't remember their names, but it was just like this giant band playing like, I don't know, oldie type stuff, you know, like big band type stuff. And it was cool, you know. Like I said, it had to have been like 30 or 40 people up on the stage. It was pretty interesting. I wish I could remember who it was. But then like Devo comes out after those guys. Now I don't know if you know who Devo is, but they're the Whip It guys. You know, they sing Whip It Good. I'm gonna turn this off so it's back on me. I'm sure you guys don't need to look at this thing the whole damn time. But anyway, they come out. I don't know. They do like 2 or 3 songs. They might have even did Whip It like twice. I don't know. That's the only fucking song I know of theirs. And they actually entertained the crowd. Like they were pretty happy. You know, I think it might have been like a nostalgia thing. I don't know. But like, you know, they put on a pretty good show. And then the next band comes out and it's Rage Against the Machine, dude. And like, I don't even think they were really advertised because like when I was looking it up on Wikipedia, it's all like certain dates shown, Rage Against the Machine played, and it was only like Chandler and I think Chicago that they played at. And this is like, I'm pretty sure right when the Evil Empire CD came out, you know, Balls on Parade and shit like that. So they come out and I'm pretty sure they started with Bulls on Parade. And I look around and it just looks like the whole place is a mosh pit. Just people slamming into each other, just the whole crowd going back and forth. And it was insane. I don't know how many songs they did. I'm thinking at least like 8-10 songs, something like that. Cause they went on for quite a while, just fucking kicking ass, man. It was awesome. It's one of the greatest things. Like, I'm so glad I got to see Rage Against the Machine because, you know, they didn't really do too much after that. So I'm lucky I got to see them. But anyway, like I said, that like I'd never seen anything like this still to this day. How many people it looked like were moshing. It looked like thousands of people just smashing into each other. It was crazy. Just totally amazing. Like it was so fun. So like I said, Rage does their set. All right. Everyone's pumped up like a motherfucker. Just like, hell yeah, that was awesome. Just beat the shit out of each other for the last 45 minutes or whatever it was. And then Soundgarden comes on. And like, I kind of like Soundgarden, dude. Like, they have some good music. But after the energy of Rage Against the Machine, dude, the crowd just was like, fuck you, Soundgarden, boo, get off the stage. And then like the whole crowd starts chanting for Metallica because they're the headliners. So they're like, fuck Soundgarden, we want Metallica. They're just screaming at Metallica, Metallica. And at one point, dude's just like, all right, he stops the show and he's like, fuck Metallica. And they walk off the stage. And like everybody goes crazy. They're like, fuck yeah, we made this dude leave and all this shit. The bad part about that is, though, Metallica is not even close to being ready. So I think we had to wait for probably like 45 minutes before Metallica comes out. But I think they knew because they saw what happened to Soundgarden and they decided to fucking go all out, man. They put on one of the baddest fucking concerts I've seen, man. Very minimal on the explosions and all that shit. Because I've seen them again and they had a lot of stuff. This one, they just fucking played, man. And I swear it seemed like they went on for like an hour and a half. Like, I think they made up for the time that Soundgarden didn't do. So it was amazing. Like, I don't know. And like, I remember I went to this concert with a Space Jam t-shirt on. All right, people, Space Jam, the first one. The new one's about to come out. Anyway, I bought, I believe, a Rage Against the Machine Evil Empire shirt when I was there. And I was still carrying around this Space Jam shirt for some reason. And at one point, I decided to like cut this top off a bottle and I shoved my shirt in it and I lit my shirt on fire like it was a Molotov cocktail. But I just swung my shirt around, like waving this fucking flaming shirt. It was just like, I don't know why I did it, but it was just like, fuck this. I'm not a fan of this cartoon shit. I was trying to prove that I was like a man or something like that. Because like I said, I was like 13, so it's still kind of a little kiddish, but after doing that, the mosh and everything like that, I felt like a badass. So I was like, I got to burn this cartoon shit. But yeah, it was, like I said, man, for the first concert to go to, like, it's hard to live up to anything after that. But I've been to a lot of badass concerts, so shit. So I only got like 7 minutes before I got to go wake her up. So I'm definitely going to have to do something. All right. Well, I was going to talk about another concert I went to. This one was like before these other two bands got really famous. I went to a Butthole Surfers concert. Now you're probably like, what? Butthole Surfers isn't really famous. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. That's not who I'm talking about. The two opening bands for Butthole Surfers, one of them we had heard of and we wanted to go see them. The other band, we didn't know who the fuck they were. So we're like, we'll show up a little late. Anyway, we get there. The first band's on stage and we're like, holy fuck, these guys are rocking like crazy, dude. Like, it was badass. We're like, who is this shit? And they're all like, thank you guys. We are Limp Bizkit. And we're like, fuck yeah, dude. You guys are legit, man. And then the second band comes on and it's Korn. And of course, every time I've seen Korn, they fucking rock, dude. So it was amazing. They had like angels hanging from the rafters by nooses. Like the set and everything was just amazing. And this was like, I'm pretty sure right when Life is Peachy came out. And like I said, I don't even think Limp Bizkit had their album yet. So that's how early this was. So like Korn puts on a badass show and everything, we're fucking feeling it. And then Butthole Surfers come on. And the only fucking song I know is Pepper. And I swear they played like 8 songs before they finally played Pepper. And we were just like, all right, well, that was kind of lame. We should have just left after Corn. But like that one was pretty cool because like I went to these, it was like at such a small venue too. So that was like what was cool. There was like maybe like 1,500 people there. It was at a really small place. So it was really cool to see Corn and Limp Bizkit like way before they were like super famous or anything like that. And I mean, I've seen Corn at least like, I don't know, let's see. I think at least 6 times I've seen Corn. So, and they always put on a badass show. Shit, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. So I definitely got to go wake up the old lady here in a minute. We could go into news for a minute, and then I think I'm gonna have to like pull up something for you guys to watch or listen to for a minute. I'm trying to think of what I could do. I could pull up a Tom McDonald song for you guys. But in the meantime, what I'll do is I'm going to kick me off, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about these news stories. This one, of course, I talked about this the other day. Branson is about to launch himself into space this weekend. I guess it's just like a test flight around. It's not like actually technically he's going to the moon or anything. I think he's just seeing if they can make it to space and come back in. Now, of course, that's not always easy said as done. Like, I've seen a lot of bad shit happen with rockets and stuff, so I'm interested to see how they fare. It's definitely going to be a hard one. You know, I don't know how you can be like, yeah, I'm going to go on this rocket ship into space not knowing how safe it is. Like, I would just be stressed out the whole time. And then I guess what's his name? Bezos is going to be doing it here in like a week or something like that. So we got 2 of the richest people trying to blow themselves up in rocket ships. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, you guys are crazy, man. Like, they're a little too important to be trying to blow themselves up. I don't know. All I can say is good luck. I wouldn't do it. This was a weird one. This guy, I guess, apparently this is somewhere outside of Jacksonville, Florida. Was found like 2 teeth in the last week of megalodons. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. What are the odds that one person is finding 2 teeth? I almost wonder if it's kind of like set up. Did this dude like print some shit with a 3D printer or something like that? Because it almost seems too good to be true. It's like, how does this one dude find 2 teeth like weeks apart or whatever? Just happens to float up to him, no one else. So I don't know. It seemed a little fishy. No pun intended. But yeah, I'm not sure if I believe that one. I'm going to assume we're going to hear some shit that it's not true. This one, man, this has always been kind of a fear of mine. Like, this is why I don't fuck with the woods. This is why I say I don't fuck with water, but I go in the ocean anyway. Some bear, I guess, apparently killed a woman while she was out camping. And then, of course, they had to go kill the bear. But I'm just like, that is a huge fear of mine, being out in the woods and having this gigantic monster come and try to eat me while I'm sleeping, or even while I'm just sitting there. Some crazy fucking animal could just come over there and try to chomp on my head. And it's just like, that's scary as fuck to think that that could just happen while I'm enjoying a picnic out in the woods. Like Joe Rogan talks about it a lot. Like these giant animals, let's just say all of a sudden bears just showed up. We would be like, holy fuck, these things are monsters. We need to get rid of them now. But yet we're just like, no, they're precious creatures. We need to keep them alive and treat them right and all this shit. But yet then like this happens where some lady's just camping and gets murdered. I don't know. It's kind of fucked up. All right. Well, like I said, I have to go wake up my wife. So I'm going to play you guys this video right quick. Okay. It's Tom McDonald, I wish. I love this guy. And this song, I don't know, just hits me. Fucking probably going to hear an ad. No, we won't, because I just muted that bitch. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, man. All right. Enjoy the song, people. I will be right back.
I wish I wasn't fat.
I wish I wasn't gay.
I wish I wasn't black.
I wish that I was brave.
I wish with every candle on the cake that I could quit doing these drugs, but I can't and I'm afraid.
I wish that I was smart.
I wish that I was rich.
I wish it wasn't hard for me to grow up and forgive.
I wish that I could help.
I wish I wasn't sick.
I wish I was Tom McDonald. I'd be just like him.
I wish I wasn't sober. I miss it when the party wasn't over. Happiness was right around the corner. Every single night was like the best one of our lives. Now we're older. The good old days are out of reach. I wish that they were closer. I wish I wasn't anxious and I wish I could fast forward. And I wish that I could rewind, but they don't make that controller. I wish the nights were longer and I wish the days were shorter. And I wish that I could sleep enough to maintain my composure. I feel crazy. I wish that I was normal. I wish that I could kill myself but also be immortal. Take me to the oracle. I heard that time is borrowed. Can you give me back my yesterdays? I'll give you my tomorrows. Forget all of my morals and just live like I cannot remember sorrow. Before all of the tattoos and the cornrows, I was different, I was happy, I was calmer, I was young and full of hormones. Now I'm wishing for a time machine, I'd step into that portal and be gone.
I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh, nah, nah. I must have blown apart a million dandelions. Now they don't grow in my yard. Hey, ooh, nah.
I wish I didn't care about the day that I'd be buried. Used to live like I was ready for it, always in a hurry. Now I'm worried, all my memories are blurry. I'm just barely turning 30 and the voices in my head are trying to hurt me. The choices that I made make me feel dirty. I was 25 or 13, I was smoking with the seniors, drinking beer and getting flirty. Now the Ativan ain't working, I need something even stronger. Give me childhood, my mother and my father and my sister and a Christmas to make up for all the recent ones I'm missing while I'm touring the country for a living. Give me a hug and a Nintendo and a toy box in the closet. Give me everything I wish I had. Oh wait, I think I got it. I'm a rapper like I always promised them I would accomplish. This is awesome, man. I wish I had a friend to tell. I'd call him, man. I wonder if I jump from here, if I'd survive the bottom. And would everyone believe me if I told them I had fallen? I'ma jump.
I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh, nah, nah. I must have blown apart a million dandelions. Now they don't grow in my yard. Hey, ooh, nah, nah.
I wish we were kids again, before everything was on Instagram. Ayo, things were so simple then. Me, my tree fort, all of my friends. Way back when on Beaver Drive, when the floor was lava, I could fly. Ayo, wished I was big like then. Never thought I'd wanna be a kid again.
I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh, nah, nah. I must have blown apart a million dandelions. Now they don't grow in my yard. Hey, ooh, nah, nah. I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh, nah, nah. I must have blown apart a million dandelions. Now they don't grow in my yard. Hey, ooh, nah, nah.
All right. I'm back. Sorry about that. I guess that'll be my song recommendation of the day. Truthfully, I may have already played that song for you guys. I have no clue. I'm pretty bad about that. All right. Let's see here. There was that. This was the other story. This one, I'm just like, oh, great. Hoverboards are just blowing up in people's homes now. I'm like, damn. Just can't have toys without shit blowing up, man. I swear to God. Seems like anything that has like a lot of battery power, they always seem to have some kind of issues with like shit just catching on fire or blowing up. That was like those Samsungs a while back, you know, like they were just getting way too hot and they were just blowing up in people's fucking beds and shit. But I'm just like, damn, them hoverboards are already dangerous as fuck. Now you got to worry about it blowing up while you're on it. But yeah, I was like, damn, that good thing like they were home too, because that shit probably would have burnt down the house the way it looks. Like that fire looks pretty gnarly. And then this story here, I had no idea this was a thing. Like, I know you can't vote as a felon or whatever, but if you do, you go to jail. I had no idea that was a thing. Apparently, this guy was voting and they went and got him and put him in jail. It's crazy. That's a whole new thing. Like I said, I had no idea that was something. I'm like, he could have just told him he was somebody else. They don't even fucking ask you for ID to vote. So you could have just been like, yeah, my name's Billy. So like, how the fuck did they find out? He actually used his real name and shit, I guess. But it's like, I can't believe someone's actually paying attention to that shit. Like, did someone notice it, or like, how did he get caught? Someone was going through the votes and they're like, oh, I know this guy. He's a felon. Why is he voting? So that was a little weird to me. That's pretty much it for my news and shit today. I already did the song recommendation. I just want to make sure I did my life story. I talked about that. So yeah, that's it for today. Please like and subscribe. And also, man, if you guys want to be interviewed or if you want me to be on your podcast, hit me up, man. Please leave some comments. I would love some review. I joined some podcast stuff on Facebook, so I'm hoping that'll help me out. Maybe get some interviews or even be on other people's podcasts, because I think that would definitely help me build an audience. So that's what I need to do. Check out my niece's website, levitas.com. Please buy a shirt. Check out my website, StephenHartmanPodcast.com. More stuff's coming soon. I still haven't even put my merch up yet, just because no one's buying my niece's merch yet. So I still need to push that. Besides that, I'll see you guys Monday. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you.